Work specialization is a key element of organizational structure. So in this video, you'll get to know how work specialization is worked in an organization. In organized structure, how job tasks are formally divided or grouped and coordinated. There are like 6 key elements that managers need to address when they design their organization structure. These are work specialization, departmentalization, and chain of command, span of control, centralization and decentralization, and also formalization. The following section describes these 6 elements of structure. Early in the 20th century, Henry Ford became rich and also famous by building automobiles on an assembly line. Every food worker was assigned a specific repetitive task. For instance, one person would just put on the right front wheel and someone else would install the right front door by breaking jobs into small standardized forms which could be performed over and over every 10 seconds while using employees who had relatively limited skills. Ford demonstrated that work can be performed more efficiently if employee area allowed to specialize. Today we can use the term work specialization or division of labor to describe the degree to which activities in the organizations are done, subdivided into separate jobs. The essence of work specialization is rather than an entire job being done by one individual, it is broken down into a number of steps, with each step being completed by a separate individual. In an essence, individuals specialize in doing part of an activity rather to the entire activity. By the late 1940s, most manufacturing jobs in industrialized countries were being done with high work specialization. So management saw this as mean to make the most efficient use in its employee skills. In most organizations, some tasks require highly developed skills and other can be performed by trained workers. If all workers were engaged in each step of say an organization's manufacturing process, all would have to have the skills necessary to perform both the most demanding and the least demanding jobs. These results would be that except when performing the most skilled or highly complex tasks, employees would be working below their skills levels, and because skilled workers are paid more than the unskilled workers, and their wages tend to reflect their highest level of skill. It represents an inefficient use of an organizational resources to pay highly skilled workers to do easy tasks. Manager also saw other efficiency that could be achieved through work specialization. Employees' skill of performing a task successfully increased through repetition. Less time spent in changing tasks, in putting away one's tools and equipment from a prior step in the work process, and is getting ready for another. Equally important, training for specialization is more efficient from the organization's perspective. It is easier and less costly to find trained workers to do specific and repetitive tasks. This is especially true of highly sophisticated and complex operations. For example, could Sesensa produce one citation jet a year if one person had to build the entire plane alone? So ultimately, the work specialization increases efficiency and productivity by encouraging the creations of special inventions and machinery. Most managers today see work specialization as neither obsolete nor an unintended source of increased productivity. Rather, managers recognize the economies it provides in certain types of jobs, the problems it creates when it's carried too far. So you will find high work specialization.